Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Inbox, the show that's not so much about the gameplay, but is more about my questions and your answers to them. My name is Schlatt. Welcome back, guys. Quick note on the gameplay, it's Modern Warfare 3. I looked at the comments last time and I saw that quite a few people were a little upset that I played Ghosts. And yeah, I was a little upset too while I was playing it, mainly because it's Call of Duty Ghosts, but we're back with MW3. I am using the PP90. It is the only gun I'm good with, so I hope you enjoy the gameplay. And I hope you enjoy the very underwhelming kill streak that I build up to all game. Let's jump into it. What's up, Schlatt? I'm a rising 9th grader about to start high school. I know that at this age I should be enjoying life, hanging out with friends, fleshing out hobbies and all that fun stuff because I've got the time to right now. But I feel so down and worthless, and I'm really not sure where my life is going or what I'm going to be doing. I'm a smart kid, I guess you could say. My grades never falter. I'm usually near the top of the class and stuff like that. Beyond that, though, there's nothing to me. I don't have any hobbies or interests that make me interesting to other people. I don't have any skills in particular. There's just nothing else apart from that intelligence which sets me apart. And I really do want to change that. I hate how boring and uneventful my life is now that school's over, but I don't have any motivation or drive to do anything anymore. I feel like I'm wasting my life away when it's prime time to be enjoying myself, and I don't find much enjoyment in the things I do. Life just seems like a chore. This is all that teenage fake depression thing, I know, but I don't want to be in this place. I want to be doing things. I want to be engaged in hobbies. I want to be interesting. It's just that I lack the drive to do it. Told myself before summer started that I'd read more, write some stories, go outside at least a little to walk every day, anything to avoid doing nothing. But so far, I've accomplished none of that. I don't have any reason to complain, really, though. I've got a loving family, nice friends, good grades. My life seems ideal, but I still feel like shit, and that just adds to the guilt. So, you wrote this to me when you were on summer break. I didn't get to it. It's been a couple months since then. I hope you managed to do something. But let's talk about the issue for you right now, and that is you have nothing to challenge you. You have nothing to do that will leave you feeling fulfilled at the end of it, or feeling like you actually accomplished something. And this is something that Hutch talked about in a Painkiller Already podcast a while back. But if you want to have self-esteem, you have to do esteemable things. You have to do things that make you happy, that make you proud of what you just did, and that give you a sense of fulfillment, that you actually accomplished something. And in your case, school does not meet that quota for you. And I was the same thing, man. In middle school especially, it was a cakewalk for me. I didn't even have to lift a finger, and I'd be getting 95s left and right. Dude, I called... I think I got an 80 on a test once in ELA. And on the bus ride home, I called my mom to tell her that I got an 80 on the test, and I was on the verge of tears. And my mom was at home. I was on my way home, and I called her and I said, "Mom, I screwed up." And she's like, "No, it's fine. It's an 80. That's not bad." But there I was, because there was nothing I can do getting near 100s every single time that would make me feel good about getting 100s, right? I didn't have to try. There was no work I put in where I could see more improvement. And it's such a weird thing to say, right? Because a lot of people struggle with that kind of shit, but to us it comes naturally, man. And so you can't there is no redemption arc where you're like struggling with grades and then you pull yourself up by the bootstraps and make your life better and not be miserable anymore. It's just not going to happen. You need something that will bring you fulfillment, and classes aren't that. You need a hobby. That's what you need. And I can't tell you what you're interested in. You know yourself better than anybody else. You need something that you can work on, that you can get better at, and then you can see your improvement at. That is exactly what you need. I wouldn't put, Netflix into that category. I wouldn't put video games into that category. I wouldn't even put, like, hanging out with friends into that category. You need something that you can pursue, that you can, of course you could share with others and you can turn that into a social thing. But this is for you, man. And I can't tell you what it is. I mean, for me, once I got into high school, I became more and more into video making. And that's what I did to pass time. And over the years, my progress was pretty gradual. Day to day, I wasn't making many improvements. But, looking back where I was in 9th grade and looking at where I am now and all the progress I've made, I'm pretty fucking proud of myself, man. And you need something like that. And I can't be the person to tell you what it is. But if there's anything I could say to you right now that'll give you some solace, it's that I'm looking at your letter right now. I'm looking at the email you wrote me, and it is beautifully written. Like, most college kids don't write at a level like this. And the fact that you wrote this to me as an 8th grader moving into 9th grade, starting out in high school, that's insane, man. You're obviously a bright kid. You're obviously going to find success at the things you put your mind to. And it's just a matter of finding what you want to do next. And don't get discouraged if what you decide on at first doesn't quite pan out, or you realize soon enough that, you know, that wasn't quite for me. I have faith in you, man. Just look around, explore, and you'll be fine. Let's go to the next one. Hey, Jay Schlatt. I started watching your channel out of a nostalgia binge for Minecraft, and eventually I came across this advice column. Most of the replies and responses to your video act as if you know them personally, as if you, by broadcasting your thoughts and opinions, makes you aware of theirs. Actors and celebrities sometimes deal with this, but I feel as if the intimacy of YouTube allows us as fans to somehow feel closer to you. How do you feel about these kinds of relationships with your fans? Do you have any advice on how to talk to people who may act like they know you personally? Thanks. Man, this is a cool question because I don't know if anyone talks about this, but yes, like, part of being a YouTuber, part of being a Twitch streamer especially, is that interaction with the audience. A lot of cases, you know, you want to make yourself marketable, and you want people to feel like they can relate to you and feel like they know you. Like, that's the goal for a lot of people. You can make a Twitter account and just shout at someone on Twitter every day, and one day they might respond, you know? A lot of people in this new wave of media are extremely accessible. But look, I'm not, you know, weirded out by it unless people start to get weird. And there are people like that, you know. It's strange to me that if I post something on Twitter, I will see, you know, hundreds of responses to that tweet with profile pictures of me and my friends and accounts dedicated to me and my friends, and people congregating in these weird communities centered around me and my friends that are kind of closed off to the public, and it's that's when it starts to get a little uncomfortable for me. And I suppose it only happens because, while yes, we do appear very accessible because of social media, there still is that disconnect because we're just influencers, right? We just make videos on the internet. We just live stream. We just tweet. You know, there's no person behind that. And that makes it completely acceptable to act in a certain way towards us that you wouldn't be caught dead acting in that way towards someone you know in real life. If someone were to discover that you acted that way. People weren't built for having an audience. We're not built to endure the dopamine rush of having like 50,000 favorites on every tweet and hundreds of thousands of people watching every video you make. We're not built for it. I started making videos because I loved to. I didn't start because I wanted people to obsess over me and act towards me in ways that would be completely inappropriate given an IRL context. But because of that disconnect, because of this strange parasocial relationship, it happens. I want people to watch my videos or watch my streams, laugh a few times, have their days made a little bit better, and that's it. I want people to walk away from the screen afterwards and live their lives away from me. And I hope that my content, my videos, what I create, and not me as a person, has made their day a little better. That's all I want. I want nothing more. And especially recently, I found a lot of content in looking inwards and finding peace with myself and the people around me. And I think that's a part of the reason why this channel is no longer, you know, talking about myself and has more shifted towards how can I use my experiences to help other people. In terms of talking to people who feel like they know me, I think that just comes with being an entertainer and feeling the need to be entertaining. And I'll leave it at that. Boys, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to keep this channel true to its name. I want no more memes, no more extremely rude comments saying, oh, you should call this the yearly slap. No, I won't have it anymore. We're going to do this weekly, and that's a promise. I will see you next week, boys. Have a good one.